Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Hanging with Miss Spear. This morning I am going to be making fancy coffees and telling riddles. But the first thing I want to do is showcase two more students. I'm going to showcase Owen and Adrian. We'll start with you, Owen. Owen, I miss you so much. I miss the creativity that just flows from you. You have a plan for everything. You are a natural-born engineer. I love when you come in with your smile and talk about Pokemon and your stuffies, and I just miss you very much. Adrian, I miss you oodles and gobs. Adrian, I love hearing about all the stories about you and your cat and your brother and your family. I miss your creative writing that you do. I just miss everything about you. So Owen and Adrian, just want to let you know I'm thinking about you and I love you very much. Alright, so let's get started. I decided to make fancy coffee because, well, it's one of my favorite things. We're kind of talking about my favorite things. And I just learned how to make French press coffee like last summer, so I've been doing it quite a bit, and it would be kind of boring for you guys because, well, you probably don't like coffee. So I was like, well, I can tell riddles while we're doing it, so I'll do that. So I have some riddles I'm going to tell you guys. I have a bunch of riddles. We'll see how many we get through. I do have the answers to the riddles, so I can glance at those real quick. I will say when I get to a riddle, I would pause the video so you can have time to think about what the answer might be and then guess, and then resume the video. That might be the best way to do it. Okay, the first thing you have to do when you're making coffee is you have to boil some water. Back here there's kind of a blue glow. That is my water boiling on my little thing, so it's boiling right now. And then you want to get your favorite coffee. Mine happens to be Caldi's Coffee 700 blend. It looks like this. And you want to get a scale. I have a little scale like this that measures grams. And you're going to just start the scale. Then you're going to take some coffee beans, okay, it looks like this, and it takes 30 grams. So it's about 3 scoops, seems about right. That's the way I like it. So about 30 grams right there. Once your scale reads 30 grams, you can take it off, okay? I put it in a little thing that looks like this. This is where the fun part comes. Not really, but it's a workout for your arm. This is a coffee grinder. I'm going to pour the grounds on top, or the beans on top. Okay. I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to put the crank on. This is where our riddles come in play because, well, it takes about 2 minutes to ground it by hand. So you just kind of hold it in the middle, and you just grind. So I have it at like a ground where it's about the size of like coarse salt, so it makes a good cup of coffee. So let's start with some riddles. Here we go. Put the scale out of the way. While I'm reading, I'm going to be grinding too, so that might be kind of annoying. Sorry about that. One of the letters of the alphabet, of all the letters in the alphabet, I am the biggest because I hold the most water. This might be a good time to pause it. Which letter is the biggest because it holds the most water? It is the letter C. Get it? Like C-E-A, but it's the letter C. Alright. Second riddle. What comes at the end of a rainbow? What comes at the end of a rainbow? Might be a good time to pause. The letter W. Alright, this one's a little better, a little more thought-provoking. There was once a woman who was addicted to the color pink. She lived in a small one-story house and everything was pink. The seats, the walls, and everything in it was pink. What was the color of the stairs? I would pause it. There were no stairs because it was a one-story house. Alright. A woman bought 5 apples, went to the house, washed them in the fruit rack, and put them in the fruit rack. She later took 2 apples. How many apples did the woman have in total? She only had 2 because, well, she only took 2. How do you say race car backwards? Race car backwards. Think about this for a minute. You might want to write it out. Sometimes these are easier to write out. Alright, and you'll see it kind of filling up through this little hole too. Shows you I'm almost done. Race car backwards is spelled race car. It's the same forward as it's backwards. Kind of like wow or mom. It's the same kind of thing. Alright, I'm done with my coffee grounds, so I'm going to pause real quick. You take this off, just like that. Okay? And then inside is left your coffee grounds. I don't know if you can see it really well. But inside there, it's full of coffee grounds. Make sure my water is still boiling. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your French press. It looks like this. You take it off, okay? It's just 2 pieces. This one has like a little plunger thing, kind of goes in and out. You're going to warm up your little French press container with some water just to kind of heat it up. So I'm going to take some of my water. I'm going to pour a little bit of my water in, like this, just about that much. Get this going. Okay, it's ready. Okay, water's ready. Then you're going to take your plunger like this, and push it in, and you're just going to kind of go up and down, and just to kind of warm up the craft. Just like that. Just warm it up a little bit, use the plunger, you get all the grounds out. If there's some loose grounds from last time, pull it out, okay? And then dump the water out. You're then going to want to take your freshly ground coffee grounds, pour them in. Okay. With your super hot water, which set for a minute, so it's not boiling, you don't want to like scorch the grounds. You're going to take your water and you're just going to pour just a little top layer just to get the crust. So it's just about that much, just to cover all the grounds, and then you wait it for about 30 seconds. So this is a good time for a riddle. All right, we're on the 6th riddle. How is it possible that you tossed a ball very far away from you, but it tossed back at you? So you tossed a ball very far away from you, but the ball tossed back at you. How is that possible? It's because you threw it high in the sky. So instead of throwing it out, you threw it up. All right. What is an odd number, but when you removed 1 from it, it becomes an even number? So what number is odd, but when you remove 1 from it, it becomes even? Think about that. That might be another one you want to write out too. It's the number 7, because when you remove the S in front of the number or the word 7, it becomes even. All right, it's been about 30 seconds, so you'll know it's ready when you see kind of some bubbling going on, a little bit of activity at the top. And it smells really good too. So that's when you know it's ready to pour the rest in. So you're going to take your super hot water, but not boiling, and you're going to pour it in, pour it in, pour it in. You can kind of see it filling up. I filled up right about there, right about the rim of it. This next step, some people agree with, some people don't. I like to do it. I seem like I get a better turnout when I do it because I messed a lot of coffee up when I first started doing it. I went through a lot of bad coffees because I didn't do it right and I was learning how to do it, so now I can do it pretty good. I take my coffee stir and I just kind of get the grounds, just a quick stir to get them moving. Okay, itty bitty stir. Then you're going to want to take this and you're going to want to put it over the top. It's hard to do when I'm setting up. Okay, so take it, put it over the top, and then you just leave it alone like this for 4 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes, please.
4 minutes, starting now.
Okay, and then you just leave it alone for 4 minutes, and then you can make your coffee the way you want it. I'm just going to clean some of my stuff up, and then I'm going to tell some more riddles, and we should be good. All right, here we go. We did the 7 one. Okay, a boy was climbing up a 30-foot ladder when he fell down. However, he was not hurt. How is this possible? A boy was climbing up a 30-foot ladder and he fell down. Sounds like it could be tragic. He wasn't hurt. How is this possible? Think about that. He wasn't hurt because he fell off the bottom step. Kind of more of a joke than it is a riddle. But here we go. What would be the meaning of I write? Like the letter I and then write. What would be the meaning of I write? This one's kind of a weirder one. If you're in one of my enrichment classes, it's kind of like those brain teasers we would do when I would write some words out and you'd have to see how they were written. Alright. It means right between the I's instead of your I's, the letter I. Alright. Oh, I like this one. Imagine you were being chased by a tiger. There is nowhere for you to hide, but there's a tree close by. What would you do? So imagine you're being chased by a tiger. There's nowhere to hide, but there's a tree close by. What would you do? You would stop imagining. All right, next one. These next few kind of go together, so it's like one kind of big story. So make sure you're listening to each one because they kind of build upon each other. You have a fridge and an elephant you want to put inside the fridge. How would you do this? So you have a fridge and you have an elephant you want to put inside the fridge. Why you want to put an elephant inside a fridge? I have no idea. That's really weird. But how would you do this? You would just open the fridge because it's very possible the fridge could be the size of the elephant, like maybe an industrial fridge or somewhere in a restaurant or something. All right, now remember, these riddles build upon each other. So this one piggybacks off the one I just said. You have a fridge and you want to let a giraffe in. How would you do this? So now you want to let a giraffe in the fridge. How would you do this? You would just let the giraffe in after you let the elephant out. Alright, remember, this is still kind of building upon each other. One day, the king of the jungle called a meeting to all the wild animals. They were going to have a very serious meeting. All the animals attended, but one did not. Which animal never attended the meeting? The giraffe did not attend because he was in the fridge. Alright, you have to cross a river that has so many dangerous crocodiles. What would you do? Remember, these riddles build upon each other. So you have to cross, Alexa, cancel. You have to cross a river, but there's so many dangerous crocodiles. What would you do? You would go ahead and cross the river because all the animals are in the meeting, including the crocodiles, except for the giraffe. All right, that was our timer, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do next because we are almost done. You just take your coffee, and this is the time where you plunge it. You just take this little thing at the top, you push it down, 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 down. So it looks like that. Okay, now you're ready to pour. Find your favorite coffee cups. I like the X-File, so I have an X-File cup. And you're just going to want to pour your coffee in. Then I'm making coffee for my husband too, so he likes Superman, so he gets a Superman cup. So pour it in. Okay. Then you can put cream in it. My husband likes cream, so I'll put cream in his. Put cream in it. And just give it a quick stir. And his is ready to go. For my coffee, I like half and half, and then sugar. And I just got little sugar cubes recently. They look like these. They're really, really good. So, some sugar cubes in, and then some cream. and stir, and then you have a delightful cup of coffee. Alright guys, well, not that you need to know how to make coffee, but at least now you do, and hopefully you got some riddles too. Let's do one more riddle. Let's end with some riddles. That was kind of weird. Ooh, everyone has it, and no one can steal it from one another. You can also not lose it. You will always have it. So everyone has it, and no one can steal it from one another. You can also not lose it, and you will always have it. What is it? It's a shadow. And here's the last one. Let's do like this one. Everyone will break me every time they speak. What am I? Everyone will break me every time they speak. What am I? Silence. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed listening to riddles. I hope that you guys enjoyed making coffee with me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you and miss you very much.